welcome back. In this video, we are going to begin exploring quadrilaterals. This is an important topic for future elementary teachers because students often learn the names of shapes, but they do not always understand why a shape belongs to a certain category. Our goal is to go beyond memorizing names. We want to focus on properties and relationships. And remember, you do not need to know everything instantly. Geometry makes more sense step by step, and you're building that understanding right now. Let's start with the most general definition. A quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides. That means if a shape is closed, has straight sides, and has exactly 4 sides, then it is a quadrilateral. Next, let's look at some important types of quadrilaterals. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral with at least one pair of parallel sides. Different textbooks sometimes use slightly different definitions, but for us, we'll use the inclusive definition, at least one pair of parallel sides. This means that some shapes, like this one here on the end, may have more than one parallel sides, but they're also considered trapezoids. Ones like this first one over here, these are called isosceles, trapezoids. This is a trapezoid in which the non-parallel sides are congruent. This will give the trapezoid a kind of balanced or symmetric look. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of parallel sides. This means both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. A rectangle is any parallelogram with 4 right angles, as we see in these 3 examples here. A square is a quadrilateral with 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. It is both equilateral and equiangular. A square is our example of a regular quadrilateral. A kite is a quadrilateral with 2 distinct pairs of adjacent congruent sides. Notice the word adjacent. That means the equal sides are next to each other, not opposite each other. In this end one here, we have these 2 sides that are congruent, and then these 2 sides are congruent with each other. A rhombus is a quadrilateral with 4 congruent sides. A rhombus does not have to have right angles. If it does have 4 right angles, then it is a square, as well as being a rhombus. As you look at these definitions, you may already notice that some shapes seem to fit into more than one category. That is not a problem. In fact, that is one of the biggest ideas in geometry. For example, a square does have 4 equal sides, so it is a rhombus. It also has 4 right angles, so it is a rectangle. And because opposite sides are parallel, it's also a parallelogram, as well as a trapezoid. This is one reason geometry is so interesting. Shapes are not always in separate boxes. Instead, they are often part of a larger family with overlapping properties. As future teachers, it's important to help students focus on defining properties, not just how a shape usually looks in a picture. For example, a student may think a rectangle has to look long and stretched out, but a square also has 4 right angles. So if we define rectangle by its properties, then a square is a rectangle too. That idea will become even more important later in this lesson. Nice work. Learning precise definitions takes practice, and you are doing the important work of building mathematical language that will help both you and your future students. In the next video, we'll look at parallelograms and discover why their area formula makes sense.